Have you ever seen something strange in the sky? Then had a knock on the door a few days later. A black car, polished and silent, pulls up in front of your house. Two tall men in black suits and dark sunglasses step out, expressionless. They say nothing more than, "We'd like to ask you a few questions." They're not FBI. They're not CIA. Something no one officially admits exists. Today, we're diving into the legend, the sightings, and the conspiracies surrounding the men in black. Are they real? Who do they work for? And why do so many people fear them? Are they real? Who do they work for? And why do so many people fear them? Part 1. The origins, the legend of the men in black, goes way back, far earlier than Hollywood would have you believe. Long before Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones turned them into intergalactic cops. Stories of mysterious government-looking men intimidating UFO witnesses were already circulating. The first major modern case comes from 1947, the same year as the Roswell incident. A man named Harold Dahl claimed to see 6 flying donut-shaped objects over Puget Sound, Washington. One of them reportedly malfunctioned and dropped metallic debris, killing his dog and injuring his son. A few days later, Dahl said he was visited by a man in a black suit who warned him not to speak of the incident. He claimed the man knew details he hadn't shared with anyone yet. It terrified him. Some researchers think the whole thing was a hoax. Others believe it was the very first MIB encounter. Part 2. Common traits of MIB encounters. Over the decades, hundreds of people have reported encounters with the men in black. Let's go through the common threads. They wear black suits, ties, and hats like they're stuck in the 1950s. They often arrive in black. Unmarked cars, sometimes vintage models that look brand new. Their skin is pale, even waxy. Some witnesses say it doesn't even seem real. They speak in monotone or overly formal English, as if mimicking human speech. They often threaten or intimidate witnesses into staying silent. Some vanish without a trace. No license plates, no records, nothing. One man, Dr. Herbert Hopkins, was visited in 1976 while investigating a UFO case in Maine. He claimed that a man in black showed up within minutes of a phone call. The man's skin was pale, his lips were bright red, and he had no hair, not even eyebrows. During the visit, Hopkins said the man in black told him to destroy his research. Then he warned, "My energy is running low. Must go now." He walked to the door and simply vanished into the night. Part 3. Theories government agents. The simplest theory. They're part of a secret government agency, possibly related to the Air Force, CIA, NSA, or even a classified intelligence branch we don't know about. Their mission: suppress information about UFOs and extraterrestrial encounters, silence whistleblowers, erase evidence. Many believe this connects directly to Project Blue Book, or real U.S. Air Force program that investigated UFOs from 1952 to 1969. During that time, multiple witnesses who contacted Blue Book claimed they were visited soon after. But if that's true, why would real agents act so bizarre? Why the robotic voices? Why the glowing eyes in some reports? This leads us to the second theory. Extraterrestrials themselves. Some theorists suggest the men in black aren't human at all. Instead, there might be aliens in disguise or androids designed to mimic us, but not quite getting it right. Their weird behavior, lack of facial expressions, and awkward speech all seem off. Some witnesses even say the MIBs move stiffly, don't blink, and speak as though reading from a script. There are even reports of MIBs malfunctioning, getting stuck in a sentence loop, or reacting bizarrely to ordinary objects. Could they be alien enforcers, trying to keep Earthlings from uncovering the truth? Interdimensional beings or time travelers? This one gets deeper. What if they're not aliens, but something outside our reality? Some believe the MIB are interdimensional entities, beings that exist in a parallel universe or reality, and occasionally cross into ours. Others say they could be time travelers, future humans, here to correct or control events that could alter the timeline. One eerie detail that supports this: they often seem out of date. Their suits, cars, speech patterns, all decades behind the times, even when the encounters happen in the modern era, almost as if they're trying to blend in based on old data. Paranormal manifestations. Here's where things get spooky. A few researchers believe the men in black are connected to other paranormal phenomena. They might be manifestations created by collective belief and fear, or even demonic entities feeding on secrecy and confusion. In some reports, the air around MIBs becomes cold, Electronics fail. Witnesses experience missing time or memory loss. This starts to sound less like and more like haunting. Part 4. High-profile cases. Al Bender, a UFO researcher who suddenly shut down all his work, citing a terrifying MIB encounter. He later claimed he was visited by 3 men dressed in black, who told him to stop digging into the truth. He was reportedly so shaken that he suffered psychological issues for years afterward. Don Aykroyd. Yes, the Ghostbusters actor. Aykroyd was producing a UFO documentary called Out There. He claimed that while on the phone with Britney Spears' manager, he saw a black car and 2 men in suits across the street. Moments later, the show was cancelled. No explanation. Footage lost. He swears it was real and that it was MIB interference. Niagara Falls surveillance video security footage from a hotel near Niagara Falls showed 2 men in black entering the lobby, reportedly asking for an employee who had recently seen a UFO. The employee wasn't there, but the staff was so frightened by the men's appearance and behavior, they contacted authorities. The footage shows the men moving in unison, tall, bald, and eerily synchronized. Part 5. So, what's the truth? Are the men in black just a modern myth? A psychological side effect of trauma and fear? Or are they something very real, operating in the shadows, erasing traces of the truth? Or are they something very real, operating in the shadows, erasing traces of the truth? The US government has never confirmed their existence, but they haven't denied it either. And when you add up all the stories across decades, continents, and cultures, the pattern is hard to ignore. Maybe they're watching now, but as always, we'll leave that decision up to you.